Manners. 0871 222 1049. Sorry, Joe, what were you
Yeah,
saying?
we should just remind people that every caller that gets through wins a copy of the new Mercury Rev album. If they're one of the first 3 callers to be put on air, otherwise they win something pretty awful, like the world's greatest ultimate 3 CD collection 55. No, they're not winning that. It's the brilliant Feeder album. Sorry, or the album by the others. That's right, we are relegating the rubbish CDs to another DJ. So you can win a brilliant album if you get on air.
So call now, 0871 222 1049, UB40 or Bad Manners. We'll find out after this.
London's 104.9.
This is XFM.
Yes, we're back for the resolution of Ditties in the Dock this week, which is a head-to-head between 2 titans of the white reggae stroke ska scene.
We've had a suggestion here. We were asking what, because we don't think these are officially reggae songs, really. We were wondering what to describe them as. Someone suggested cod reggae. Thanks for the person who texted that in. That's very accurate. It is kind of cod reggae. White reggae, perhaps you could call it. Even though not all the members of these bands are white. But it's Bad Manners versus...
UB40.
Yeah, I forgot that name. We've got 5 callers on the line. Shall we begin then?
Yeah. Oh, that doesn't sound good, does it?
Promising. Was that Phil? Hello, Phil.
Okay, Phil, stop doing that beeping sound, Phil. Stop it.
We're going to go for Jeff. We'll try and get Phil back. Jeff, are you there? Speak to us, Jeff.
Hi, Adam. Hi, Joe.
Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, pretty busy.
Pretty busy? What, sorry, we won't keep you too long. What are you busy with?
Sorry, what was that?
What are you busy with?
Oh, yeah. Tax returns is a bit late.
Oh, that is a bit late, mate. You're going to be fined.
£100 fine.
They're asking for more information.
Are they?
Ooh.
Oh, I think, well, maybe, you know, from the sound of your voice, you might be inside for a while.
Good for you for doing your own tax return, though, Phil. Why is it getting so complicated?
He's called Jeff. It's Jeff.
Oh, it's Jeff. Phil was the guy who doing the beeping noise before. Jeff, what have you earned a lot of money?
No.
It's just trying to fiddle it. You're trying to fiddle it, aren't you?
Yeah.
It does take a long time to fiddle it. Okay, Jeff, what's your vote? Is it going to be Bad Manners or UB40?
I've decided on for Food for Thought.
Yeah, it's a smash.
It's UB40.
The only good song they've ever done.
I don't know about that, but it's certainly one of their best. But thanks very much indeed for your call.
Well.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Jeff.
1-0 for UB40. Shall we go back to Phil or shall we press on?
Yeah, Phil.
Phil? Is that Phil speaking?
Yes, Phil.
Hello, Phil.
Hey, Phil!
Are you are you called Phil or are you someone else masquerading as Phil?
No, you got that bit right. I'm Phil, but it wasn't me beeping.
Oh, what's going on? It's very strange, Phil.
Phil the Drill. How you doing, Phil?
I'm alright. I got pulled by the police on my phone while I was holding for you.
No. Ah, that'll explain it. Did they nick you? Have you been fined?
No, they didn't, because I told them the reason I was phoning is to vote for UB40 or Bad Manners, and I told them Bad Manners, and he said, on your way, son.
Hey! There you go.
exactly.
Listen, Phil, we chat to you more, but I see we're actually running out of time, so we should try and whiz through these calls. So that's 1 all UB40 and Bad Manners. Claire's on line 3. Hello, Claire.
I think it's actually Louise.
Oh, Louise. Hello, Louise.
Hello,
Louise?
Adam and Joe.
How you doing?
Fine, thank you. And you?
We're doing extremely well. Who are you voting for, UB40 or Bad Manners?
It's got to be UB40 because I get the lyrics wrong as well, so I've got to hear it one more time.
It's 2-1
I'm a prima donna.
in UB40's favour. So, what's happening now? We're going to go to Martin, I think. Hello, Martin. Hello, Martin.
Marty.
Big
Hello?
Marty.
Mart Fart.
Who's that then?
Hello?
Is that
Who
Claire?
it? What's your name?
Claire.
Oh, it's mad here this afternoon.
Mad.
It's
Hello,
mad.
Claire. Hello, Claire. Can you hear us? Oh, come on, Claire, please. You said hello. What's going on?
Claire, are you there?
I'm not sure what's happening.
There
Okay,
you
Claire.
are.
But Bad Manners it is.
Bad Manners, so that's 1 all.
Oh, so exciting.
No, sorry, it's 2 all.
2 all.
2 to UB40, 2 to Bad Manners. So this final call is the deciding call, but we don't know whether we actually have anybody on the line because of technical problems. Lila, who might be on the line? Martin, can you hear us?
Hello?
Hello, is that Martin?
That is never Martin, that is a man.
Is that Claire again?
No, this is Chris.
It's Chris.
Hey, Chris. Hello, Chris. I'm sorry, our producer's got some sort of complicated brain condition.
We're all having a bit of an off
It's
week.
like the man who mistook his wife for a hat. So hello, Martin. Do you mind if we just call you Martin anyway?
Chrissy,
yeah,
Chrissy Martin.
Chrissy Martin. Who are you voting for, Chrissy Martin?
Well, they're both really, really good tunes.
You're a diplomat.
It's got to be UB40.
Oh, no!
Tough luck,
Crushed.
Buster. Tough
Listen, are
luck.
we going to come back after this record? Because I've got something else to say.
Okay, we'll come back very quickly, but thank you very much indeed for your call, Chris, and here are UB40.
Well, that that was Digits in the Dock for this week. We've been Adam and Joe.
so good.
I'm not sure we'll be here next week. I think we might be having a week off next week, but we'll see you the week after. I've very just quickly got to say, if you're excited about the forthcoming Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy movie, tomorrow afternoon at 12:20 in the Odeon Panton Street, the executive producer is giving a talk about it. So if you're one of these Hitchhikers fanatics who can't wait to hear more about that, that's a great event to go down to. You can get free tickets by emailing hitchhikers, all one word, at sci-fi-london.com. So just email them, hitchhikers at sci-fi-london.com, for a free ticket to that talk if you're a Hitchhikers fan.
Still tickets left as well for Funny Money, a comedy gala of a tsunami disaster in Asia. That's at the Prince of Wales Theatre. I'll be appearing, doing a bit of character stand-up, as well, of course, as XFM favourites Jimmy Carr. Whole thing is hosted by Justin Lee Collins, who will be with you very shortly, and Fern Cotton. You can also expect amazing comedy turns from Sean Locke, he's brilliant, Mackenzie Crook from The Office, Catherine Tate, Mike Wilmot, Jeremy Hardy, Arthur Smith, Matthew Holness from Garth Marenghi. I recommend you catch that. He does a hilarious character called Merriman Weir. I think he's going to be doing that tomorrow. All kinds of really good people on that bill, so get calling now. The number for the Prince of Wales Theatre is 0870 850 9189. 0870 850 9189. That's the Prince of Wales Theatre box office.
And it's Justin Lee Collins coming up right now.
This is XFM. Bye!
XFM.
How terrifically exciting.
Who was that then?
That was the President of
Guess. Go on,
the
guess.
United States of America.
Well done.
With love, everybody. This is Adam and Joe on XFM for the next 2 hours until 3 o'clock. We've got a bumper load of stuff to give away. We've got Block Party albums. We've got copies of Man on Fire, the exciting new Denzel Washington film, on DVD. We've got tickets to see Goldie Looking Chain, the Carling Academy, and we're going to have competitions to enable you to win those things.
We've got one pair of tickets for Goldie Looking Chain for the winner, and for the runner-up, we've got 2 pairs of tickets to Goldie Looking
It's the
Chain.
wrong way round.
Yeah, it's a little joke about Goldie Looking Chain. Yeah, XFM, yeah, because when we came in, you know, if you could see the offices around here, I'm looking out over the XFM offices, listeners, and there's beer bottles everywhere strewn around, old takeaway cartons. There's a guy, crashed out on the sofa. Yeah? Did you see the guy crashed out on the sofa?
Yeah, he might just be a model.
I don't even know what his name is. He's just crashed
It's
out.
probably just fiberglass to make the place look cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, and listeners, you can call us on 0871 222 1049 when it comes time for competitions. You can text us at any point on 83XFM, or you can email us, adamandjoe@xfm.co.uk. My first question to our listeners is, has anybody been to see The Son of the Mask, the sequel to The Mask?
Well, that's aimed squarely at toddlers.
Yeah, but The Mask was popular with people of all ages. The thing that worries me about Son of the Mask is I read the plot synopsis, and apparently they have to get rid of Jim Carrey. Obviously, he didn't want to do the second film. So the scenario is that this guy discovers the mask. It's that guy that does that prank show. What's he called? Jamie Kennedy.
Oh,
Jamie Kennedy, he discovers the mask, he puts it on, and has sex with his wife. And they produce a baby that has mask powers. What's that scene like? What's the scene like when he puts the mask on and makes love to his wife in a PG or a U film?
Well, I imagine
How do they
it'll-
do that?
You know, with the language of innuendo.
What, so a closed bedroom door and green lights and noises of wacky splotching and stuff? Maybe not wacky splotching.
Maybe not the wacky splotching, but yeah, that kind of thing. You know, he might raise his kind of crazy green eyebrows and close the door.
It
That's
just doesn't seem suitable.
It's the language of innuendo. Anything suitable
Really?
in the language of innuendo.
I think if you could call us and prove to us that you'd been to see Son of the Mask, that would deserve a prize, just for going and watching it.
Hey, I must say, it's not high on my list of must-see movies. I saw Sideways in the end.
That's a good one, isn't it?
I really liked that
Yeah.
one. That was fantastic. I left with a very warm feeling, and I went and drank 10 bottles of wine. And I had an even warmer feeling. We got very good music in this show, ladies and gentlemen, so stay tuned for all kinds of things. E-Pro, that's the new one from Beck. I haven't even heard that yet. We got Killers, Athlete, I'm just looking through the list here. Queens of the Stone Age, Roxy Music, Green Day, Doves, Kaiser Chiefs, lots of good stuff, so stay tuned. And, and probably about half an hour, do you think we'll have our competition?
Digits in the Dock coming up in about 25 minutes, 20 minutes maybe.
So, yeah, stick
Not Digits
with
in the
it.
Dock, I'm sorry, Crap Commentary Corner.
Crap Commentary Corner. Ditties in the Dock this week, when we battle it out for the play at the end of the show, will be between songs that have been on advertisements. Is that right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, Adam and Joe on XFM, stick with it. Right now, here's the Stereophonics. That is my favourite ever Stereophonics single, Joe.
Sincerely?
Yes, sincerely.
Well, congratulations to them and to you. This is Adam and Joe on XFM, London's 104.9, here with you until 3 o'clock. Now, on this show, we've talked about Crazy Frog before. I think everyone's talked about Crazy Frog, haven't they?
Yeah, in fact, we should play your special jingle for things that we can't talk about.
Line that up. Yeah. And also, obviously, Sweetie is all over the telly, the sweet little chick that can dance, but she can't fly. And people are making millions out of these ringtones. The guys that invented Crazy Frog are multi-millionaires.
Crazy Frog? Are we going to talk about Crazy Frog? Shall I play the jingle?
Play it.
Here we go.
It's the big news story, talking about is mandatory. Every single pundit has already done it. There's nothing more to be said.
Robbie Williams.
The subject's totally dead.
Suggestion charge.
It's a tired old cliche,
David Beckham.
but we're gonna talk about it anyway.
Oh, that's quite hard work, that jingle, isn't it? I think we need to speed it up or something. It seemed to go on for hours.
It's very tuneful. I like it. I hum it to myself in the evenings. Yeah.
Do you? When you start thinking about something that's in the papers?
Yeah. Any tired cliche.
So anyway, the idea here, listeners, is we want to create our own ringtone. And we want you to help us become ringtone billionaires. Because it seems to me there's a formula to these things. Basically, you take an animal, right? A frog or a chick. Right? So a recognisable animal, or I think we could broaden it into an inanimate object. Okay? That's factor number one. Number two, you give it a human characteristic, a broadly common characteristic. It's crazy. It's sweet. You know, something that lots of people can empathise with, and you might buy it for a friend. You know? Then you add to that some sort of physical gimmick. So I'm thinking maybe the inability to fly for Sweetie the chick, or a tiny little William Balls for the Crazy Frog. So a physical gimmick. Add to that some sort of action. Crazy Frog's motorbike revving, Sweetie's dancing. It needs to do something, right, when you download the little cartoon.
Right.
So we've got an animal, plus a characteristic, plus a physical gimmick, plus an action, plus, of course, the noise. It has to make a noise.
What is the noise that the chick makes?
Something like that.
Wow.
We were trying to hear the lyrics last week. It's something like, I've got to move my legs. You really don't want to hear me do that anymore, do you?
Keith Harris is going to be fuming about
He
that.
must be fuming. Orville would make a fantastic ringtone. So that's it. So animal, plus human characteristic, plus physical gimmick, plus action, plus noise equals multimillionaires. So I've come up with some ideas to set you guys off, you know, with your ideas, to inspire you. I might just skip to the best one, because basically some of them... And I'm not saying these things are funny, they've just got to be really annoying and lucrative.
Yeah.
So my favourite one that I came up with, well, my second favourite one was Silly Sausage.
Silly Sausage, right.
Silly Sausage. Text silly to whatever number. Silly Sausage is a sausage, an oily British banger, with little legs and eyes, and it slips around and falls over in its own oil on your mobile phone. But the trick is it's got tits.
Right.
It's got human boobs. So while it's slipping around, its boobs are jiggling. And it's falling and I go, oh dear! And jumping up, boobs are jiggling all over the place. I'm not sure what the song would be. That's all I've got so far. Sausage with boobs slipping in its own oil. Silly Sausage.
Wow, man, you've been busy this week.
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
The second one, which I think is even better, is Cheeky Chihuahua.
Yeah.
Text cheeky too, blah, 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 blah. It looks like a normal chihuahua, right? And it woofs a little song, a woofy song.
Yeah.
It dances around, but when it turns round, it's got a human bum.
A human bum, like a kind of chimpanzee, one of those big apes.
No, like a big person.
Orangutan.
No, not a human bum.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You know when those orangutans turn round?
Yeah, well, it would be the same sort of impact.
Yeah.
Oh my God, there's some sort of hideous bum, but it wouldn't be as ugly as a monkey bum.
Yeah, sweet. It's a sweet. We're talking about a sweet kind
It's
of
a
baby
big, saucy seaside postcard bum.
Okay, that's
And at the
right.
very end, it does a little poo.
That's great.
It pops out a little poo.
Very
the
good.
kids, I'm not saying that's clever or funny.
No,
I just think the kids would go mad for it.
You've nailed it. You see,
Cheeky Chihuahua.
I had a go and I didn't do quite so well. But I've got nothing that compares to Cheeky Chihuahua.
Or Silly Sausage.
Or Silly Sausage. I haven't even got, like, funny names for them. Except, the one I'm most fond of is Yakety Yak. Who's a yak. Right?
Is that real?
No, this is... I
I
made this
it
one
up.
up.
Okay.
Yeah.
It sounds so good, it sounds real.
Yeah, he's a yak.
Tell us about Yakety
And
Yak.
he keeps yakking. He's
Yeah.
yakking. You get where I'm coming from?
What, he's talking?
They're talking. He keeps talking because it ties in with the
Like
phone.
us talking?
Yeah. He yaks. Yakety yak. And he's got a big nutsack.
That's good.
Yes.
Yakety Yak with the big nuts.
And he jiggles the nuts. And his catchphrase, which is the only catchphrase I've got, but it's a series of similar ones, is Slappy Pappy!
That's good.